Welcome to Wings and Wine. My name is Derek. You can find me on all social media platforms at City Needs Me. You can follow the Wings and Wine page on Instagram at WingsXWine. Today we're going to review wings that I made. I am a good cook, but we'll get into that later. The wine that we have today is Saddlerock. It's a 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon. This is actually from similar Malibu Estate Vineyards. And this was a gift from Ashley Reid and our first episode's guest, Newman. They're listed as the Home God and Home Goddess ATL, and I'll put their information in the description part of the video. But we're also going to talk about mental health today. Mental health is very important, and people need to take it more serious than they actually have been. And even in these times especially, we really need to pay attention and put more focus. Welcome to Wings and Wine. What brought me to the topic of mental health today is that I'm seeing so much things that people are saying is wrong with them lately. And we're seeing a lot of things going on in the world that are just really weighing on our mental health. A lot of times you'll see people that seem like they're depressed. They may be posting things on social media that are really causing a lot of issues in their lives. And we often just either like it, hit the little take care button, or just glance over it. And we often need to pay attention to what's really going on in people's lives. There's so many people that are losing their lives due to suicide, to drug addiction, alcohol abuse, and just complete loneliness. And people need to pay attention to what's going on in the lives of themselves, but also the lives of their friends and loved ones. So let's get into that topic. I'm no expert on mental health. I want to say that first and foremost. But I can give you tips on how I manage my mental health and how I'm able to remain happy throughout the days. Now, all of us really could use help by seeking therapy. And I know some people are either too proud to do it, or they don't want to pay for it, or sometimes they're just scared to do it. Some people don't really want to see who they are. But I do believe therapy can help, and it really could assist us in the things that we go through. We've all been through things that, whether it led to depression, whether it led to sadness, being upset, whatever it may be, and therapy could help that. So if you feel like you need professional help, definitely seek out therapy. That would be my first tip. Now, I can honestly say that I have not had therapy from a professional, but from everyone that I know who has had therapy, they have all said it worked. I've never heard anyone say that it didn't work for them. My next tip to manage your mental health would be to take a mental health day. Now, a mental health day in my experience is taking a self-care day, whether it be taking a day off from work and just focusing on yourself. Focus on getting your rest. Focus on cleaning up some things in your life, cleaning out some things in your home, some things that feel cluttered. Those are mental health days, just taking the time for you and not allowing other people to come in and disturb your peace. So make sure that you do that. Find those hobbies or those things that make you happy or that just clear out your mind so you can just go about your next day and know that you're not really upset about the things that were going on the days before. My next tip is communicate your feelings. You know, if you've watched this show in the past, or if you know me personally, you know communication is very important to me. And I think that if you communicate your feelings to people that you really trust, that it can really help. I mean, honestly, if you hold things in, it's hard to really go about your day because at some point you're going to break and it's just going to hit you hard. So you just want to communicate your feelings sometimes to people, and I'm not saying to do it all the time and just throw in everything that you have going on to somebody every day, all day. But find those people that you love and trust and just communicate your feelings to them. Let them know that you may be going through something, because they may have a tip for you that you didn't even realize. So definitely communicate your feelings. My next tip is to pray and meditate. You know, everyone doesn't necessarily believe in a God, but I know praying has helped me tremendously when I'm going through something. And some people just need to meditate as well. Just need to find that silence and just be able to be still and just let everything out and just go ahead and close your eyes and just be able to be in touch and in tune with your spirit. So definitely pray and meditate. It can help you out a lot. You can pray with people. You can meditate by yourself. You can find different activities where people are outside meditating sometimes. And you can definitely find, you know, if you're somebody that's praying, you can find your family members, loved ones. Maybe if you go to church, you can pray with a group of people just to get things out. Sometimes you just need to really pray by yourself to really get a lot of things out though. So definitely prayer and meditation would be my next tip. So those were my brief tips just to talk about mental health and just touch on that topic because of what I've been seeing and what has been going on in the world, and especially in this country alone. And that was just basically some things that I do and giving you some tips and some things that I've known other people to do that help them out with their mental health. Again, if you are going through some mental health things, then definitely seek out professional help if you feel like you need it. And just don't give up. Just keep your head up and just keep pushing. Whatever you're going through, it will pass. Just keep your head up and just keep pushing. And before we get into the Wings and Wine review, I want to go to a brief commercial break. There are times in men's lives where we think we're the only one in a woman's life, and then we come to find out that we're not. These are the side dude stories. So back in my younger years, before I was a saved man, I would get into certain situations that I didn't intend on getting in. Now, these are situations that I'm sure other people can relate to, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you my first story. When I was a sophomore in college, I was dating this girl that recently broke up with her boyfriend. Now, I was going on a retreat for the weekend, and I didn't want to park my car on campus. The girl that I was dating lived near campus, and I could have just parked up there for free for the whole weekend. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I go up there, go to her house, come to drop off the keys. Next thing is, somebody pulls up to the house, and the girl starts panicking. She's like, oh, you gotta go upstairs, and get under the bed. I'm like, get under the bed? I'm like, what's going on? I'm thinking it's like police are coming or something. Like, what are you into? So whatever she was into, I was thinking like, this is crazy. I don't want to be into this, but I ain't got no choice. So I just go ahead and hide. I hear somebody coming downstairs, and it's a man's voice, and then they start arguing back and forth, whatever like that, and this is going on for like 5-10 minutes. And she ends up kicking the dude out, and dude goes about his way. And I'm thinking like, wait, I thought you were broken up. So she continues to say, yeah, I am broken up. He's just like a stalker. He's real creepy, this, that, and the third. Okay, cool. Understand. So I go on my retreat. The next week, I get a phone call. And it says it's her number, right? So I answer the phone. It's the middle of the night, mind you. And it's dude on the phone like, how you get this number? How you get this number? How you know so-and-so? How you know so-and-so? I said, whatever, man. I don't even know whose phone number this is. I don't even know who you're talking about. He said, man, whatever, man. I see your contact saved under Sweetheart and your picture's on there. So I'm like, oh. I was like, I'm like, man, I ain't know she saved it under that, whatever like that. He's like, whatever, man. He's trying to like get real tough, whatever like that. So I just hang up the phone, block the number. That's that. Side dude stories. I know that was a little bit of an odd commercial break, but let's just go right into the Wings review. So, my family doesn't believe that I can cook well because I don't cook for them. Now, I have a son. He knows that I can cook, but a lot of my family doesn't know that. So, it came up around Easter about my fried chicken and when they're going to taste it and everything like that. So, I decided, you know what? I'm going to make fried chicken for this episode of Wings and Wine because it's been a little while before I actually fried my own chicken, and I want to make sure that I still had it. So let's go ahead and taste these wings. As you can see, it is golden, crispy. I'll put a closer look in the video. Yeah, I still got it. I can definitely tell I still got it. My seasoning is on point. It's breaded well. I cook it to a good degree. It's not burnt. And to be honest, before I had filmed the episode, I had somebody else taste them just to make sure that I wasn't just overrating my own things. And today, I'm going to give these an 8 out of 10. Now, I know I'm hyping it up and saying how great they were and everything like that, but I don't think it's perfect yet. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10. There's always room for improvement, but these are my wings, so if you ever get the great opportunity to taste them, you'll understand what I'm saying too. Now again, for the wine review, this is Similar Malibu Estate Vineyards Saddlerock. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon, and you know I love Cabernet Sauvignon. So this was a gift from Newman and Ashley Reid, and I greatly appreciate it. You know, they've been a big support to me, and I want to thank them. I already told them thank you directly, but I want to thank them on the show. And definitely check out the Home God and the Home Goddess ATL. They'll be able to set you up with your home needs whenever you're actually looking to purchase a home. They have many different options. You want to check them out. I'll put their information in the description part of this video. But let's go ahead and taste this wine. It smells good. It was really good. I like Cabernet Sauvignon because I typically like a drier wine. Then I prefer a dry over sweet. This one, it almost tastes like a blend though. So it does have a hint of a little sweetness in it. So if you are a sweet wine drinker, I would actually recommend this because it could be a transition if you like to try out some dry wine as well. I'd say it's very good. For this, I would also give this an 8 out of 10 for today. It is a very good wine. It has great taste, great flavor to it. It has good color on it as well. Nice purplish color to it. The bottle's pretty cool, and it's a 14.1% alcohol volume, so it's pretty strong for the wine, but it's right around the right amount. So I would give this an 8 out of 10. This is Saddlerock Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a 2016. I'll put their information in the description as well, so you can check them out. When you're dealing with dating apps, you're going to get catfished from time to time. I never thought that would happen to me, and this kind of turned me off from dating apps. So a couple to 3 years back, I was talking to this girl on a dating app, whatever like that, and eventually you decide to meet up with that person if you think like it might be something that you click with. But I went ahead and met this girl. I didn't want to go on a date because I just kind of felt like something was up. So I went ahead and met this girl one day, and I pulled up and we meet at just like a random location, and it's like middle of the day. I used to have half days on Thursday, so I met her on a Thursday, and she gets out the car, and I'm looking around like thinking like, well, where's the person I'm supposed to meet, right? And she starts talking and saying, are you so-and-so or something like that? And I'm like, yeah. And she looked nothing like she did in the pictures. It was like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to be shallow, whatever like that. Maybe she has a good personality. So we're talking for a little bit, and just middle conversation, she just goes, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm like, you're doing the most. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking that, and I'm like, man, I gotta get out of here. I gotta make up an excuse. She just did this fake nay. She out here doing the Miss Pearly from Friday After Next. I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling that. Catfished. So she would text me going forward. I wouldn't respond. I'm like, no, I'm chilling. I had already lied and made an excuse to leave that situation at the time. You know what I mean? I told her I had to get back to work. Meanwhile, I was off work at the time, so it didn't even make no difference. But she would text me for like a good 6 months after that, and I just kept ignoring it, and eventually she just stopped. Blocked her on Snapchat because she had followed me on there. I don't know what's up with her. Hopefully, if she's watching this, she don't come in the comments or anything like that. You gotta be careful on those dating apps. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that was kind of interesting. These are true stories too. I'm not making this up. I couldn't make these things up. A lot of times I feel like George Costanza on Seinfeld, I just get into these weird situations, but I have to tell the stories because if they're not told, then, you know, where's the laughter going to come from? So I have to tell these true stories. But thank you for watching Wings and Wine. Again, my name is Derek. You can find me on all social media platforms at City Needs Me. You can follow the Wings and Wine page on Instagram at WingsXWine. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And subscribe to the channel and check out all the social media videos. I have a lot of posts on social media as well that are very helpful. I show a lot of support to other people, so you know you can check out other people on my Instagram page and check out everything that they're doing. But again, this has been Wings and Wine. My name is Derek. Thank you for watching and continue to support. You have a good one.